Today, our topic is the meaning of true freedom in Stoicism. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life, focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. It is not about being emotionless or cold, but about finding peace and freedom by understanding the nature of life and our place in it. True freedom, according to Stoicism, is not about having power over the world or other people. It is about having power over ourselves, our thoughts, and our reactions. This is the key to living a life of meaning and calm, even when the world around us is chaotic. First, let us talk about control. In life, many things are outside our control. The weather, the actions of other people, the past, and even the future are not things we can fully manage. If we try to control these things, we will only feel frustrated and unhappy because they are beyond our reach. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, which is our own mind, our choices, and our attitudes. This is where true freedom begins. When we stop trying to change what we cannot change and instead focus on ourselves, we become free from the stress and anger that come from fighting against the world. For example, if someone insults us, we cannot control their words, but we can control how we react. We can choose not to be hurt by their words, to stay calm, and to respond with kindness or silence. This is freedom from being ruled by others or by circumstances. Next, let us talk about desire and fear. Many people think that freedom means being able to do whatever they want, to have whatever they desire, and to avoid anything they fear. But Stoicism teaches us that this kind of freedom is an illusion. If we are always chasing after things we want and running away from things we fear, we are not free. We are slaves to our desires and fears. True freedom comes when we learn to let go of these extremes. The Stoics say that we should not be attached to things outside our control. If we desire something too much, we will suffer when we do not get it. If we fear something too much, we will suffer even if it never happens. Instead, we should focus on living a virtuous life, which means being honest, kind, brave, and wise. These are things we can always control, no matter what happens around us. Now, let us talk about the present moment. The Stoics remind us that the only time we truly have is now. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain. If we spend too much time worrying about what has already happened or what might happen, we miss the beauty and opportunities of the present. True freedom is found in living fully in the moment, appreciating what we have, and doing our best with what is in front of us. This does not mean we should ignore the future or forget the past, but we should not let them control us. For example, if we make a mistake in the past, we can learn from it, but we should not let it fill us with guilt or regret. If we are worried about the future, we can plan and prepare, but we should not let fear take away our peace. The present moment is where life happens, and it is where we can find the most freedom. Another important idea in Stoicism is the concept of Amor, Fati, which means love of fate. This means accepting everything that happens to us, both good and bad, as part of our journey. It does not mean we have to like everything that happens, but we should not fight against it. Instead, we should see every experience as an opportunity to grow and learn. This is a powerful way to find freedom because it takes away the power of circumstances to upset us. For example, if we lose our job, we can choose to see it as a chance to find something better or to develop new skills. If we face a difficult challenge, we can choose to see it as a way to build strength and resilience. When we accept life as it is and work with it, we become free from the struggle of trying to make everything go our way. Stoicism also teaches us about the importance of perspective. How we see the world and our problems has a big impact on how we feel. If we see a problem as a disaster, we will feel stressed and unhappy. But if we see the same problem as a challenge or an opportunity, we will feel motivated and hopeful. This is the power of our mind. True freedom comes when we realize that we can choose how to see things. We can choose to focus on the good, to find meaning in difficult situations, and to keep a positive attitude even when things are hard. This does not mean we ignore reality or pretend everything is perfect. It means we look for the good in every situation and use it to make our lives better. Finally, let us talk about the connection between freedom and virtue. The Stoics believe that the highest good in life is virtue, which means living with wisdom, courage, justice, and self-control. When we live virtuously, we are free because we are not ruled by our desires, fears, or emotions. Instead, we are guided by reason and principles. This kind of freedom is not easy to achieve, but it is worth striving for. It requires practice and discipline, but the rewards are great. When we live virtuously, we feel a deep sense of peace and satisfaction, because we know we are living in harmony with our true nature and with the world around us. In conclusion, true freedom in Stoicism is not about having power over the world or other people. It is about having power over ourselves. It is about focusing on what we can control, letting go of what we cannot control, and living with virtue and wisdom. It is about accepting life as it is, living in the present moment, and choosing our perspective. This kind of freedom is not dependent on external circumstances, which means it cannot be taken away from us. No matter what happens in life, we can always choose how to think, how to feel, and how to act. This is the ultimate freedom, and it is available to everyone, no matter who they are or where they are in life. So let us strive to live with this kind of freedom, to find peace and meaning in every moment, and to become the best versions of ourselves. This is the way of Stoicism, and it is the path to true freedom.